Diddy Combs built an empire by being the loudest, boldest force in the room. But now, in the courtroom that could decide the rest of his life, he's gone completely silent. And that silence? It might be his most shocking move yet. After 6 grueling weeks, packed with intense testimony and disturbing allegations, Diddy's legal team has done the unthinkable. They're resting their case, without calling a single witness. Not one. Instead, they'll rely only on exhibits, documents, text messages, flight logs. Just paperwork. To understand how wild that is, you have to know what the prosecution just laid out. Because this wasn't a quiet case. Over the past month and a half, federal prosecutors dropped bombshell after bombshell, from alleged private parties to emotional statements from Diddy's former partners. Cassie Ventura, once seen arm-in-arm with Diddy at red carpets, sat in that courtroom and described a decade-long nightmare. She claimed she was pushed into bizarre, degrading events called freak-offs, where control, excess, and pressure collided in troubling ways. Then came Jane. Using a pseudonym to protect her identity, she spoke of similar rituals, one she called hotel nights, that felt less like parties and more like carefully arranged encounters. It wasn't just stories, either. Homeland Security agent Joseph Cerciello took the stand with cold, digital receipts, text messages, flight itineraries, bank transactions, hotel records. All of it meticulously documented. He testified to reviewing nearly 50 videos retrieved from Combs, some featuring Jane, others involving adult entertainers. The jury was shown 20 minutes of sensitive footage from 2021 and 2022, reportedly depicting what the government called illicit activity. Then there were the texts. In one, Combs messaged his chief of staff about having a fun night in Vegas with a woman named Annika. Her reply? She booked a suite at the Waldorf Astoria and placed emergency contraception in his nightstand. The exchange didn't just show planning, it showed coordination, control, and intent. But the staffer behind those texts, Christina Coram? She hasn't taken the stand. And that's where people start asking questions. Why isn't Diddy calling her? Why isn't anyone backing his side under oath? Maybe it's strategy. Maybe Diddy's lawyers think the prosecution's case is full of holes, and any extra talking could backfire. Maybe they believe the jury's already had enough. But maybe they just don't have anyone willing to speak for him. Because what used to be a music mogul's entourage, the staff, the insiders, the friends, now seems to have gone dark. Silent. And the silence is loud. Diddy, who once ruled the music industry, is now a defendant in a case that could end everything. His arrest in September sent shockwaves through the entertainment world. But these charges? Conspiracy, misconduct, and unlawful transport. These are federal-level accusations with serious consequences. Now, after weeks of relentless claims, the defense won't fight fire with fire. No celebrity friends. No personal defense. No voice from Diddy himself. Just documents. Just silence. Closing arguments begin Thursday. And then, it's in the jury's hands. They'll decide if this silence was power or guilt. Because when one of the loudest men in hip-hop decides to say nothing at all, it might be the loudest message he's ever sent.